Hello, welcome. This is the weekend tarot reading. Can't believe another week's gone by and I've been back on YouTube for over a week now. Bloody unbelievable, really. I'm a bit cold, so I just had my dressing gown on, but I've taken it off. Trying to be a good girl. I try and look professional. Anyway, I'll chat at the end with you about things, and let's go into the energy. This is the last day that I'm using these decks. I'm going to change to some new decks for the next week. So let's see. And I might do a bonus reading tomorrow. So there you go. Might do like some fairies and mermaids, maybe some dragons. Okay, so Spirit, please show us what the message is for this soul family for the weekend. Okay, you could have a reunion on the cards here. This could be you getting together with somebody. It could also be the beginning of a new partnership. Now, it doesn't have to be in love. This could be to do with emotional support of any kind. Somebody that supports you with your well-being, your emotions, coming into your life, or a current connection getting a bit stronger and better. It can also be you looking in the mirror and loving yourself as well, you know, because everything is one, isn't it? So two is one, non-duality. You know, maybe you are loving yourself a bit more. I think in this soul family we are. I think we're learning to love ourselves more, and it's not always easy. Sometimes it's the hardest thing you ever try and do. But we're getting the energy of self-love. Like I say, you could be meeting up with someone this weekend that you haven't seen for a while. Have a nice time with them. You might be thinking about starting up a new partnership with somebody else. Might be considering certain things that you need for your own well-being and spiritual needs. You know, it could be partnerships of all kinds coming into play here. Now, you've also got this brilliant energy here over the weekend. You're feeling more stable. You're going to be celebrating. This is a card of celebration, stability, reaching a milestone as well, reaching a milestone. You know, you've come a long way from where you were. Well done, Spirit saying, well done, you've come a long way. And, you know, you're obviously not where your ultimate goal is, but you're well along the way. You know, you're creating solid foundations for where you want to go, and Spirit is really pleased for you with that. And it's nice because you're feeling a bit more stable and grounded in yourself, and it's like where you've been working on a lot of new things, working in lots of new ways, you're actually starting to get a bit more familiar with the things you've been doing. Feels like you're a little bit more secure and a little bit more knowledgeable about the certain things that you've been doing. And you're getting into some nice routines, and you're getting into some nice sort of structures now. So it's good energy, really. It's a nice solid weekend here that we've got. Let's see what's going on with your person. I've gone for the dark lipstick today with the dark, the dark band. Thought I'd go for something different. Oh, how funny. Your person has got the same card. Now that's interesting. You're dealing with a Jekyll and Hyde. Hate to say it. You're dealing with somebody that switches. 1 minute they're quite solid and secure and stable in themselves. You know, next minute they're freaking off on one. Either triggered, or it's like they might be in and out, or just totally changing their character. That is definitely a Jekyll and Hyde energy. That is definitely, it could also be somebody's leaving home. Somebody leaving home, or somebody leaving a situation. There could be somebody that you thought was really stable and solid in your life. Remember, it doesn't have to be a lover. I'm thinking of my therapist. My therapist, who I thought was going to be my long-term therapist, is departing. Yeah, so there could be somebody departing out of your life that you thought was going to be there for a long time. even an environment, because this can signify a home or a building. So there could be a change of addresses or a change of environments. Something's changing. Or, like I said, you could be dealing with somebody who's a Jekyll and Hyde, and they're up one minute, down the next. You know, they're in, they're out, they're hot, they're cold. I'm thinking of my daughter. So yeah, it could pertain to a few different things. Let's see what your person's thinking. Let's see what your person is thinking. Okay, they're saying, I remember every detail of that day. So somebody really does value you, and that comes across in the readings a lot lately, doesn't it? That this person, whoever they are, values you. Maybe sometimes they don't seem to value you very much, but deep down they think a hell of a lot about you, and certain conversations and things that have gone on between you both are meaningful to them, and they do think about those things. Let's have a look at your love message. I'm using this deck. It's a nice deck. It has some nice cards in it. So what's the relationship or love message? Let's have a look. Letting go. Letting go is sometimes necessary. So there might be something you do have to let go of at the moment. Whether it's letting go of a person because they are departing out of your life, or whether it's just loosening the grip, like we were talking about in the last reading. There was definitely something about loosening the grip on each other, being a bit more fluid. You could be letting go of various things. It might not even really be to do with relationships. Letting go is sometimes necessary for our growth, because it frees us up, doesn't it? If we're not clinging on, then we sort of surrender and anything can be possible. You know, it creates space, doesn't it, for new things to enter your life that maybe are better than what you had imagined. And it's not something you kind of necessarily planned, but then you're like, shit, this is actually working out for the best. I didn't want to let go of that person, or I didn't want to let go of that situation, but actually it's created space for something new to come in that is probably better for me. So watch this space. Watch this space. And if you're just letting go to loosen your grip, to practice non-attachment is one of the highest spiritual things we can do, because it is the energy of surrender. This is nice. The angels are helping you to reach for your dreams. Wow. Go for it, they're saying. Go for it. So if you've been feeling a bit depressed lately, or you've been purging a lot, you know, we're all purging periodically, but we go through phases where we're just purging more. And it can be hard to reach for your dreams when you're purging a lot, or you're going through like your dark night of the soul, like I was the last year, you know, and I was purging all the time. It was just rapidly happening all the time to me. It was, but you know, that can be difficult to reach for your dreams in those moments. But Spirit is sort of saying, through this card, the angels are saying that you are going to be reaching for your dreams sooner than you think. Some of you might already in this soul family be doing that. Like I am, I'm coming back to connecting with my dreams again, which is really nice. Some of you might still be purging a lot and just not really connecting with your dreams so much, but Spirit is saying, the angels are saying, you will be connecting with your dreams again. You know, Spirit is telling you to go for it. Just go for it, and don't see the complications, if you know what I mean. Okay, so let's have a look at your power animal. So this is what are your spirit guides supporting you with at this time? So let's have a look. What are your spirit guides helping you with at this time? Let's see. Bear, stand your ground. Okay. So you've got to stand your ground. Spirit is saying, it's very self-explanatory, that one. Be you, do you. Stand your ground. That's what you're doing. It's easier to stand your ground when you know who you are, when you're being authentic, isn't it? Much easier. When you don't know who you are, it's very difficult to stand your ground. Okay, and we're just going into your loved one in spirit now. Your loved one in spirit is standing very close to you all the time, watching over you every day. They're the messages that have been coming through lately, isn't it? Let's see. Okay. What message have they got for us? I think they're really close. I know that much. Okay. They're saying, although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason. Very true. And probably your loved one in spirit knows the reasons for quite a few things that maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know the reason, or maybe they've been communicating to you and helping you with something, because I do feel they have. I feel they have been helping you with something, or maybe a couple of things lately they've been helping you with, and they know the higher reasons for why certain things have been so difficult for you lately. They know the answer because they're in the spirit realm. We are separated by the veil of illusion, so we don't always get the information that they do, because they're in the spirit world. They're getting all the information, and they know that everything happens for a reason, and there's a reason why something's going on. So your spirit person is right with you, supporting you as always. And that was a really good reading. So you could have a reunion with somebody this weekend. A relationship could be getting closer, or you could be meeting somebody or starting up a new partnership of some kind that enables you to be more stable in yourself. That's possible as well. You could also be just noticing generally that you're becoming more stable and secure within yourself, and you're sort of celebrating that, really celebrating how much better you're feeling, how much better your life is going. Like your life is more structured here. There's better routines or structures. You're building something for the future. Your person here could be quite unstable, or changing their mind about something, or unpredictable. Okay, you're dealing with somebody who can be unpredictable or changeable, and a situation in your life could be changing. Somebody is thinking about you. They think about certain things that you've done together or spoken about. Your angels are going to help you with letting go, just letting go and totally surrendering. Not easy to do. If you are in the process of surrendering, you've got my full support, because I've had to do it a lot. And it's not easy. When you want to control things, change things, you want things to be different, but sometimes you just got to let things go, because Spirit's trying to bring something new in that's going to be better for you, you know. The angels are also helping you to reach for your dreams. So if you've gone through a period where you felt a bit disenfranchised from your dreams, a bit disconnected, the angels are helping you reconnect with your dreams. And you've also got here the bear, which is about standing your ground. Do what's right for you, because I think that was the message in the last reading for Friday, was about doing what's right for you. So, and then your person in spirit is saying that everything happens for a reason. Try and trust the reasons, because sometimes we just think, we just want to go crazy because we just feel so tormented in this matrix. Like, why the hell does this happen to me? It doesn't seem fair. It's not right. Why? But of course, in the spirit realm, they know the reasons. And so it's, you know, it is hard for us in this matrix, isn't it? We have no idea, but we have to try and trust. We have to try and trust in spirit that there is a reason. And one of the best reasons I find is to say that if you're purging, you're burning off ego. If you're burning off ego, it's taking you closer to spirit, closer to source. So anything that triggers you ultimately is for your highest and best, because anything that triggers you is going to help you burn off that awful ego, which we don't want. When people say they want their ego, no, you don't want your ego, because it's the false self. We don't want to be a false self. We want to be the true self, the light inside. So, yeah, that's the thing that you can think. It can help. I've used that loads and loads of times, that if I'm purging and I'm triggered, it is ultimately spirit knows what's best for me and is trying to help me purge out my ego so that I can be my true self, you know. So it's worth the pain. It's worth the purge. Anyway, I don't think it's going to be a purgy type of weekend. I think it's a weekend of you becoming more stable and happy and loving in yourself, more secure in yourself, and really getting a clear idea of your dreams. So, and even noticing that you find it easier to let go, perhaps, you know, perhaps you're actually noticing that you because you're more stable in yourself now, you actually find it easier to let go than what you did before. So you've come a long way. I think we have. I think as a soul family, we've come a hell of a long way from where we were a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, where we were much more sort of like clingy and attached to things and codependent and addictive. I think we've sort of, you know, we're still going to have aspects of that. You know what I mean? Of course we are, because we're not Zen masters, but I think as a soul family, we have loosened our grip on things, and we're less attached to stuff than we used to be, and we're more standing in our own power, which is brilliant. You know, it takes a hell of a lot of work, but I think we are doing it, and the cards are showing that we are. So I'm sending you lots of love and peace. I hope you enjoyed the reading for the weekend. And, you know, somebody is thinking about you. Whatever they're saying or doing, they do think about you a lot. So what am I doing? I'm going to go and see my mum this weekend. I've got the kids for a few hours at the weekend. I'm going to be running around, basically. Saturday, I'm going to a party as well. I'm going to be running around, yeah, on Saturday like a crazy woman. And then Sunday, hopefully, will just be like my chill out day. That's what I'm hoping. Just put my feet up and chill out Sunday with Gilbert. So, and I might do a little bonus video. I've just been to the shops and spent more money than what I was intending. I saw some bits for Christmas for my girls, and I thought, oh, sod it. I might as well get it. It was some Wednesday stuff, you know, from the Adams family, some Wednesday merch. And I thought, oh, that'd actually be quite nice for some Christmas presents. So I bought a few, you know, I've bought a few bits there. And I didn't buy much for myself. I just bought some more earrings, exactly like these ones. Just bought some more of these, cheap things they are, but I wear them all the time, so I run out of them quite quickly. They get old. So I bought some more of those, and I bought myself some wine, because I do like a glass of wine, so I'll be treating myself to that. And yeah, I'm just gonna sort of just chill out the rest of today, really. I think sort the kids out, try and chill out, watch some of the rubbish that I watch. And yeah, that's it really. So I'm sending you lots of love. Thanks for the support. Thanks for all your messages. I really love getting your messages. It's really cheered me up a lot the last week since I've been back on, getting all your messages all the time. It's really nice. And hope you have a good weekend as well. Okay, peace.